I really like music. I want to make music my living.
Welcome to another episode of the Colm Flynn Podcast. My guest today is someone who became a household name overnight.
William.
I'm here to sing to America. Sing for America. Okay, all right. Let's try it again. I'm here for opportunity to sing to America. Well, if Lady Luck gets on my side, we're gonna rock this town alive.
William Hung gave an unforgettable audition on American Idol back in 2004, when his offbeat rendition of Ricky Martin's She Bangs turned him into a viral sensation.
She bangs, I'm
Thank you.
wasted by the way
Thank
she...
you.
While the judges may not have been that impressed with his singing, his positive attitude and unshakable confidence won him millions of fans.
I already gave my best, and I have no regrets at all.
And that moment led to a whirlwind of unexpected success. Record deals, TV appearances,
William Hung, ladies and gentlemen.
And now you've got websites, you've got all these people doing all kinds of stuff going crazy over you.
He came out of nowhere, and now he is like a comet
Okay.
going through the skies.
and in this interview, William recalls how he was living the high life.
Please welcome William Hung.
At the time you were dating Paris Hilton, wasn't it?
Not quite.
That was a serious question, by the way.
I know.
But behind the scenes, life wasn't always smooth sailing.
That's that guy.
He's the American Idol
singer.
I know that there's a problem when I got desperate.
In the years that followed, William faced personal struggles, the pressure of fame, and a battle with gambling addiction.
Thinking that I had the edge,
I've lost all this money, but I'm going to win it all back with this next game.
It's time to get out, before it's too late.
But despite his crazy journey, William says he's not ashamed of anything
She bangs,
and wants to inspire others.
Of course, there are a few things here and there I could do better, but here's a big picture. No regret.
Hope Catherine wins tomorrow.
Yeah, I think you and a lot of others.
What's your favorite? Take me out to the ball game.
William Hung set us back like 10 years.
This is the Colm Flynn Podcast, and my guest today is William Hung.
You a big William Hung fan?
Why does everybody ask me that? Who the hell is that?
William Hung, it is an honor to see you and to speak to you. How are you doing today, my friend?
I'm doing very well.
Now, where are you at the moment? You're in is that a Chinese dragon I see behind you?
No, it's one of my favorite events that I went to earlier this year in Las Vegas when they had the Chinese New Year, and they have a celebration. So I took that picture, and I've been using it as my virtual background.
Move to the side for a second, very delicately, so we can see the dragon behind you.
Oh yeah, of
Oh,
course.
wow, look at that. Be careful, William. It could breathe fire on your head, set your hair on fire. And was that an event, William, that you were invited to participate in, to speak at or to perform at?
No, it was a New Year celebration in Las Vegas. My wife and I were there to celebrate.
That is so awesome. That is cool. I have like 2.5 million questions, William, that I want to ask you, but I know our time is limited. So let me just start where you are at the moment. You're in Los Angeles.
Yes, I just moved to Los Angeles around April to start my new job, and that's why I came back to LA.
Wow. Are you back working with the county sheriff's police department?
Yes. I work as a senior statistical analyst for the sheriff's department. I always enjoy working with numbers, so I'm glad that I found something I can use my talent and also, provide some solutions to the real world.
Wow. What does that entail? What does a statistician for the police department do?
Well, I help analyze the crime data, also look for potential patterns and trends, and then share that information with other decision makers, whether it's the crime analyst, whether it's the deputies working in the front lines. They use it to try to prevent crime.
And so you're in Los Angeles at the moment. You've just moved back there. But where are you from originally, William?
I'm from Hong Kong. I lived there, born there for about 10 years. And then I moved to the United States after that.
And when you moved to the United States and you were growing up then as a teenager and a young person, what was your dream? Someone from Hong Kong, parents moved you and the family to the United States of America. What did you have your sights on?
Well, I enjoy singing karaoke with my parents since I was young.
Really? You always sang with your parents when you were young?
Yeah. As for my dream was actually to become a civil engineer. That's why I studied at UC Berkeley. I was so excited to get that opportunity.
That is so awesome. So did you do civil engineering? You finished your degree at Berkeley?
Unfortunately, no. So what happened was that I struggled with school, and then I after about 2 years, I feel that I need to try something different. Then one day, I saw this poster for a school talent show. Decided to try. I had nothing to lose. I started watching and studying Ricky Martin's music video, She Bangs. I had no expectations, but somehow I won a DVD player. It gave me the confidence to audition for American Idol.
Now, when you won the talent show at school and you had your DVD player under your arm and you were as proud as punch, why did you not think, okay, this was great, I won a competition at school, this was a bit of fun? When you saw America's Got Talent or American Idol and it was, a big serious audition show on national television, I mean, that's a big difference from a college show. What made you think, I should do this?
Well, like I mentioned, I won a talent show in school. So I thought, why not? Let's try. It was a very special timing. It's because I saw the commercial for the audition a few days after I won my talent show in school. They said that, it's going to be in the baseball park in San Francisco. All you have to do is show up. So I did.
Now, we hear so much about these shows behind the scenes and how they're manipulated and, the producers, they want to have those different elements in the program. They want the story to be varied. So they want the people who are the surprisingly incredible singers that you never expected, the ones who are no good, but they really want to win. They want all those elements. Did you have producers, William, saying to you, oh, you're fantastic, this is going to be great, you're going to do so well? Were they encouraging you, or did you just show up and join the line?
Let's show up and join the line. But after I got past the preliminary rounds, that's when I got the encouragement to perform She Bangs. But for those people who are listening, they might not know this because it's actually very difficult to get past the initial preliminary round. I remember there were over 3,000 people for that year in the San Francisco audition. And only about 150, 180 people get to go on to the next round to see the producers and then eventually see Simon, Randy, and Paula.
Wow, because when you watch it on TV, you get the impression that everyone who queues up is in front of Simon Cowell and the judges, but that's not the case.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow. So what do you think you had that made those initial people even say, we should put this guy through, he needs to perform in front of the judges and in front of the nation?
Well, at the time, I didn't know what to think. I just thought that wow, what? First of all, I was surprised that they even say yes to give me the chance to see the three judges on TV. And then I just thought, well, I did know that Simon was going to be the mean guy. I watched a few episodes before I went on the audition. I also know that Paula was probably going to be the nice lady. And Randy, well, who knows, right? He's the wild card.
And when you were going in, did you tell your friends and your parents that you were going to do this? And what was their reaction?
I did not tell anybody except for one friend in school because I needed her to help me take care of my class notes. I had to miss a few days of school. Yeah, I didn't. I wasn't trying to make this public until it went public. The reason is because I thought most of the time the audition is not going to work out in my favor. Even for people who make it to TV, most of the time they just laugh a little bit,
Yeah.
and then that's it, right? No big deal. So I don't want to make it public until unless other people wanted to make a big deal out of it.
At any stage, William, did you want to back out? Did you think, oh, I didn't think I'd get past this stage, and then this stage, and I can see the cameras now and the lights. This is getting very real. Maybe I've gone too far with this.
No, I wouldn't. I wasn't planning to back out. I was planning to just go as far as I can.
Were you nervous?
Yes.
What was the most nervous thing about going in and performing?
I even though I only auditioned in front of 3 judges, Simon, Randy, and Paula, I thought there was a potential that millions of people could see my audition. So that's why I had butterflies in my stomach. And then when I performed, my movements were so jerky, like doing Zumba exercises. It wasn't my proudest moment.
When you look back at that tape now, well, actually, I should ask you, do you ever watch it back nowadays, that performance?
I still do, because sometimes I want to, remind myself that how far I came to evolve myself. I mean, not as a professional singer, but reinvent myself over the years.
Yeah, when you were there in that moment and you got the feedback, you finished singing, and then Simon Cowell said something like it was the worst performance he'd ever seen. You can't sing, you can't dance, so what have you got to say for yourself? And you said, well, I gave it my best shot and I've no regrets, which was a beautiful answer, really. Were your feelings, like, genuinely, were you hurt when you were standing there?
No, I mean, I was disappointed that my journey would end there. But I knew that it wasn't easy for me to make it to Hollywood. Most people don't even get the chance, right? It's normal. So for me, I also thought it was normal that my journey would end somewhere before I make it to Hollywood.
And when you left, William, of course, you don't know if it's going to be included in the show or if they're going to edit it out of the program. When did you first realize that it was on, it was in the show, and that it was getting a lot of attention?
About 4 months later, I first saw myself during American football commercial during New Year's Day, the Cotton Bowl. I thought to myself, what? Why are they choosing my audition?
What did your parents say to you? Because, on one hand, you were going to do civil engineering, a serious profession, and then all of a sudden you're on American Idol, and you're all over the place and people are sharing you on the internet and it's become a little bit of a joke and people are laughing. What was your family's reaction?
They were not too happy with my audition at first because they thought that I didn't put myself in the best light. I didn't have the best, singing talent. So my parents questioned me why I even show up like that on the show. I told them that in life I just wanted to try. I mean, eventually they accepted it. They embraced it, but it took them some time to realize, oh wow. This is what happened.
And the big question at the time, William, was people were saying, is he doing this as a joke? Does he know he's not the greatest singer in the world, but he's very entertaining and a great performer, and the whole package is very funny? Or does he actually think he has a voice like Tom Jones or like Ricky Martin, and he thinks he could be the next big singer? What was it?
I knew I didn't have the best voice. I knew that. So it's I don't think I should compare myself to other professional singers. What I said that I had no professional training was true. I mean, I did get training after the audition, but before I didn't.
Yeah, isn't it incredible that sometimes on these big shows like American Idol, it's not the people who win who become the icons or the really famous ones. It can be some of the other acts that just had something a little bit different, that maybe didn't have what they needed to win the competition, but they captured the imagination or the hearts of people all over the world, which is in your case what happened, because you became incredibly famous after that, William, didn't you? I mean, you were in TV shows and movies, and tell me what your life was like after American Idol.
Wow, it so crazy. I still remember that like millions of people would go to my website williamhung.net at the time. One of my fans created the website. It was like I didn't expect that. But of course, the more tangible one, like I see people asking me for pictures and autographs.
Yeah.
I was like, wait, what happened here?
Yeah.
Why would people want my pictures and autograph? And then I also got invited to a lot of the top talk shows, whether it was Ellen DeGeneres, Jay Leno. It's the real.
It was unreal. It was an incredible time. Were you happy? Were you enjoying it?
Yeah, I feel that I feel grateful. I have the chance to share my version of the story, because that's why people understand that everybody has the right to try, and whatever that they want to try in life, you just go for it.
And I know that your mother was your agent, isn't that right? She was helping you with the finances and working all the deals out.
Yeah, she was.
And I've talked to people before who have been in that position of coming out of a talent show, and there's all of a sudden a huge amount of people offering you advice, offering you different deals. And if you're not in that world of show business or entertainment, it's hard to know which ones to take, which ones to avoid, the deals to work out. Did you find that difficult to navigate? Okay, how do I make a career out of this? Or how do I make this work best for me now? Strike when the iron is hot.
Yeah, of course. I mean, I know what you're saying, and I agree with you. I wish I had found an agent I could trust more at the time. I mean, I as a 20-year-old kid, I didn't know that entertainment world very well. But there was a lawyer that came in, and he said that he wanted to represent me, he wanted to work with me, but he asked for 40% of my lifetime earnings.
40%.
And I was thinking, even though I was a college kid, I'm not that stupid.
40%. That sounds like way too much. I thought maybe the average might be 15% or something like that. Maybe 20% if he's a great agent.
20%, yeah. 15-20% seems more typical. I mean, even up to 25% seems typical now. But yeah, by 40, no, that's not reasonable. Not like lifetime earnings.
Yeah, but did you do dealings with him, or you just said no?
No, of course I said no. I mean, that's crazy.
So you stuck with your mother then. You were like, actually, I'm getting a good deal with my mom here.
Yeah, I mean the I at the time I appreciate my mom, did what she could, but I still wish I found a more professional agent that could represent me, because I feel that I left something on the table, in terms of like expanding my brand, doing a lot better than what I could do now. Yeah.
But you did incredibly well. You were in commercials for massive giant companies like Walmart, I remember, and you were in TV shows and movies. With the interviews,
right. Something I want to add to that. I mean, I didn't have any any special strategies, but what I did do, and I feel that's the good point I did, was that I focused on my values.
Yeah.
Like money is not everything. So
Yes.
if you want me to say something bad about somebody, or take some extreme position, especially related to politics or religion, I'll say no. I don't care how much you pay me. I'm going to say no.
Wow. And did you get offers like that to do things and you thought, you know what, this just doesn't sit with me and my morals and my values?
Yeah. I mean, there wasn't any particular deal that was like life-changing money, but it was substantial, right? So I could have done those offers or projects too, but I chose not to, and I stand by that. I'm glad I didn't do it.
And what would they have been like? Certain magazines or certain scenes in movies, or
certain movies, certain commercials. For example, there was a movie that wanted me to cuss at people. Yeah. I mean, I don't think that's good for me.
Yeah, that's really clever. I remember you were on the Howard Stern show. I remember listening to that interview. What do you think back when you think to that show being on with Howard Stern?
Wow, I never thought I would be on Howard Stern. Howard Stern is one of a kind. I was not ready for him because I know that at the time I was too maybe a bit naive, too innocent, still a college kid coming out of school. Yeah, I feel that if I'm more mature now, I can handle better.
Yeah, but you did pretty well because I mean, he asked you about girls and certain things, and
Right.
you avoided it and kind of said, "No, I don't want to talk about that." And but did you? How did you handle? Because some people find it very difficult to handle the attention all of a sudden, and the fact that you're famous and you have money and you're a celebrity and you're appearing on TV and stuff. And how did you psychologically handle this drastic change?
I stay grounded, because I know that fame comes and goes. Nobody can all be always at the top, especially when it comes to entertainment industry. Usually people fade away and people don't remember who they are. But for my situation, even though I'm not as active in the entertainment business, I still do it. I still have a chance to share my story. I still have a chance to perform. And I'm grateful for that.
That's one of the great things that actors and musicians and performers have told me, that the highs kind of come and go, but it's longevity. That's the name of the game. Keeping it going for, as long as you want to do it.
Right.
With all the attention, I know that when you were on Howard Stern, he was asking you about all the girls, and that was funny in the interview because you were so naive and innocent and shy, and he was talking about all the women that must be throwing themselves at you. Did you meet someone afterwards? Because I know you got married. So did you meet them as a result of your fame and as a result of She Bangs?
Not quite.
That was a serious question, by the way.
I know. I mean, I did meet some girls, so I didn't find the right person until many, many years later.
Did you find it difficult because you were so well known to meet the right person who wanted to be with you and date you because of you and not the celebrity William Hung?
Yeah, that was one of the more challenging parts, because I mean, after like 20 years, since my audition, I matured. Now I know what values I want to stand for. I want my partner to also have similar values. We align with each other. We have some common hobbies, some common topics, etc. But at the time, I didn't know all that. I wasn't ready.
At the time, you were dating Paris Hilton, wasn't it?
No, but I did try, and in my heart though, I couldn't settle yet.
Yeah,
and that's why I didn't commit to anyone yet.
Did you get caught up in the fame for a while and try and date celebrities and models and live the high life?
No, that wasn't it. Because it's more like you said, some girls reach out to me, but I didn't even want to start a relationship.
Did you find any part of the world? Were there any parts of the showbiz world that you didn't like? Because we hear all these things about things being cutthroat and being superficial, especially in Los Angeles and in Hollywood.
I think the cutthroat, artificial part of it, there's some truth to that. Another very important aspect of managing the showbiz is to be very careful with what contracts, what you agree to, because sometimes those have lifelong consequences.
Now, you mentioned near the beginning that you're proud of how you've reinvented your life bit by bit in different stages. Because I know then you moved to Los Angeles, I think it was, and you were working for the police department as a statistician. And then you left that. Yeah, but then you left that to become a professional poker player.
It was a long journey for that one. So, something that a side hustle that I started after a few years working in the showbiz was I enjoyed online poker at the time when it was legal, and then I eventually started doing better. I spent more time playing the live games, but it was still only a nice hobby. For many years it was a good hobby, but it was a hobby because I didn't want to give up my day job. My day job was very good. I got promoted to work for public health. I was proud of the work I did there. But around like 4 years ago, I feel like, maybe I pushed myself over that hurdle. maybe I earn enough money. I feel that my success could be sustainable. Because poker was also a very difficult business. The game evolves so fast. The competition has gotten so much harder than before. That in the first few years I was doing okay, but the last couple of years I didn't do it at all.
This was when you left and became a professional poker player.
That's right. That's right.
So you quit your job and you thought, I will make it as a professional poker player and I'll make more money, and because of your
I can live I have freedom. I can live the life I want. Yeah.
Wow, that's incredible. There was I interviewed yesterday for the BBC a lady called Susan Bells Ford. She's the daughter of the former United States President Gerald Ford and the First Lady Betty Ford. But she was talking in the interview about her mum who had a problem with alcohol addiction and addiction to prescription medication. And I asked her, when did you first notice that your mother had a problem? So I'll ask you the same thing. When you were gambling, when did you first think, I might have a problem with this and this might not have been a good idea?
I think that losing some money in poker is normal in a way, in the sense that you could win or lose any given day, any given month, or any given year. It was and that's the thing about gambling. It's very hard to be objective, to evaluate. Oh, is this a problem? Am I just throwing away money? But I know that there's a problem. When I got desperate, the last couple of years, when I'm not doing so well at poker, I got my hands into sports betting, blackjack, baccarat, the whole gamut. And I know I shouldn't do that.
And what does that mean when things get desperate? It means that you're trying different things, or you're trying to get money from different places that you don't have it.
Right. I'm trying. It means that I was trying different forms of gambling, thinking that I had the edge, because I was confident with my math, I think I could handle it.
Did you ever go into Vegas or any of the casinos and try and beat the house?
Yes, I did. I tried, but I failed miserably. And then I realized, it's not you really cannot beat the house long term unless, you have, you're cheating, or, for my case, for blackjack, I couldn't even play very long because, they thought I was too good. So they backed me off already.
So they would ban you, the casinos, because they could see you were so
good?
No,
they backed me off, meaning that I couldn't play blackjack. I could play other games, but if I play blackjack, yes, then I could get banned.
Really? So if you were doing very well, they would say, "I'm sorry, you can't play on this table anymore."
What's interesting is that they don't even let you do very well. Their surveillance is so advanced that they could figure out like whether or not your betting patterns. Because the way you beat the casino and blackjack is that you wager more money when the count is favorable, the deck is favorable to you. There's no other way. It doesn't matter which version strategy you use. You're betting more money when there are more high cards than low cards.
And you're such a smart guy, William. So your thinking was, I guess, like anyone who has a problem with gambling or addiction, is like, well, my luck is about to turn. I've lost all this money, but I'm going to win it all back with this next game, just the next one. If I just put a bit more money in, my luck will change. Was that it?
Okay, well, I couldn't do blackjack, so I tried to come up with some cool strategy for baccarat. Basically take on side bets, but that didn't work out either. And then I went to sports betting, because sports betting, I've seen people who are very successful. It's possible, right? It's not impossible.
Yeah.
But for me, I didn't. I mean, I didn't have the right system for sure. There's no doubt about it. I'm glad I got out before it's too late.
So you just got to hone the right system, William, and get back into it.
No. It's not true. It's not true. Because the truth is that gambling is not sustainable. Sports betting is the same thing. I did some research and I realized the companies they don't like losing their money.
And I know that in Vegas, and when you look at Vegas with the skyscrapers and the massive casinos and hotels, All that wasn't built on winners, it's built on losers. But they share information too, the casinos, about who's doing well, and they have kind of a secret blacklist, I think, of people they don't want in their casinos, that with their surveillance, as you say, being so advanced, they can identify you and kick you out. And William, you know, they say that people have to hit rock bottom to realize something is very wrong and then to change. So for you, when did the moment of change come, or when did you say, I'm going to pack this in, this has gone too far?
Well, one day I still wanted to drive to the casino to try to get my money back in baccarat, and then you know, I decided I something just didn't feel right in my heart. So I called one of my friends on the phone, and then he told me that, you know, William, this is not who you are. You know, gambling is not who you are. That's not what you're meant to do. You know, it's time to get out, you know, before it's too late.
And so you were going to drive. Was it a long distance you were going to drive to that casino?
No, not that far. But you know, for some reason, after that conversation, not only I listened to his advice, I actually seek help from Gambling Anonymous.
Wow. And did you find it difficult to stop?
Yeah, initially it was, because it was something that I don't know how to say it. Like, I felt like why I couldn't do it, why I failed. You know, if I feel like someone was like, I looked myself in the mirror, it would change. It's like, wait, I'm a math guy. How come I couldn't beat the house? How come I couldn't find the edge?
Yeah, and so I guess it's like an ego thing as well. Your ego is pushing you to say, no, you can do this. You can win this game and master it, and you'll show them. And I saw a local news report, but obviously it was fake news. They said they had interviewed you, and they said that you'd lost everything, and your wife had left you because of the problem. But that if you weren't married at the time, I don't know where they got that from.
It's partially true, because I mean, I openly shared it. I don't mind it, because what happened was that, you know, maybe before I quit my day job to become a professional poker player, I did lose my wife. She divorced me.
Oh, because of that.
Yeah, because she didn't like the direction I was going. She doesn't like that I was, you know, so focused into the gambling.
Wow. And you're married again now today, are you?
Yeah. But I mean, now it's very different, because I got out of gambling. I mean, that's definitely helpful. And then, you know, now I'm using my skills, my talent in a good way, you know, to contribute to the public.
That is so beautiful. Yeah. And to share your message with other people so that it can be a warning to them when they're doing the same thing.
Yeah.
And your wife today, is she from Hong Kong as well? Is she American, or where did you meet her?
She's from China, but I met her in Los Angeles.
Wow. Is she in the showbiz entertainment world as well?
No. She works as a medical billing.
And when you were started to date her, is it like date number 1 or date number 2? When do you bring up she bangs? When are you like, listen, I got to tell you something, I'm that guy?
No, she already knows. It was during the first conversation.
And she was cool with it. She was okay.
Yeah.
What did she think? Did she think it was good fun?
Yeah. I mean, you know, it's all the experiences is part of basically who I am.
Isn't that so brilliant, your attitude, and that you've come through that dark period with the gambling? You learned some great life lessons that you're sharing with other people now. How would you describe your life today now, William?
I'm very, very satisfied, and I'm very excited about where I can go next. Right now, I'm also pursuing other job promotions within the government, and I'm also working on my master's degree in data science.
Wow. And actually, when you said that, promotions within the government, would you ever go into politics?
Not right now. I mean, right now I don't need to go into politics, because I don't want to, you know, maybe it's the way, I don't know if it's a good way to say it, piss off half of my fan base.
Yes, you don't want to piss off your fan base. Well, I think William for president, number 1. That's what I think. But it's so great, because I know you still perform today, don't you? Do you get calls occasionally to come to events and to sing, and you're still active?
Yeah, I still perform sometimes. Sometimes I share my story with people for motivational speech.
And what kind of people or what kind of events would invite you today now to perform?
It's a variety of places. The ones I've done this year include a bank, include a few new production companies for movies. They're not out in public yet, but I finished doing the filming for some short movies. So yeah, I still taking doing what I can for the
Wow.
entertainment.
What do your colleagues at the Los Angeles Police Department think of your side hustle?
I don't openly talk about my side hustle because I don't need to. Because technically, if you're not like employed, right? This is not none of this is employed. I'm independent, project
You're a
contractor, whatever,
contractor.
right?
I like it.
So I don't want to really share that if I don't have to.
I gotcha. I know what you mean. Yeah, you keep those two lives separate, William. You're like, you
Right,
got your
exactly.
statistician work with the police, that you're doing your bit with the cops by day, and by night, you're William Hung, worldwide famous performer. I like it.
Yes.
What do you want to do next? Have you got a dream? Do you have an ambition of where you want to go, what you want to achieve?
Well, someday, when I'm ready, maybe I want to start taking steps towards creating some kind of education program or my own school to teach people to share my story and benefit more people. I would say maybe that ideally it would be the younger people or the college kids. They could benefit from this.
And because your message at the time, even though it was kind of, some people took it as a silly joke, when you listen to what you actually say, it's quite profound. You said you'd no regrets and you gave it your best shot and you're glad you tried. When you look back at your career so far, William, and all the movies you did and the TV shows and the interviews, do you have any regrets, or what do you think looking back on it all?
No, I no regrets. I feel that, of course, there are few things here and there I could do better, but here's a big picture, broad strokes, how I manage my life, how I manage my career. No, I feel the only thing I wish I could have back was my gambling, gambling journey. But even then, I learned something very valuable. Because even of course, I'm not saying anybody should do it, especially for the listener. But at the time, it taught me about strategic thinking, risk management. I learned a lot from that too. So now I can emerge as a better person on the other side.
So the old gambling addiction wasn't all that bad. There was
No, because now I use it to manage my finance, my investments for the retirement, everything.
That's awesome. Yeah, so it has made you more aware and you watch things more carefully, which is a good thing, a very sensible thing. Are your mom and dad still with us, William? Are they still alive, your parents?
Yes, they are doing very well.
Thank God. And what do they think of your career and the entertainment, and what did they think of the whole explosion and the circus and the storm after American Idol?
They're very happy. They're proud of me. Because after so many years, they finally see that I use it to I turn the negative into positive. I use this as an opportunity and platform to inspire more people.
That's awesome. And by the way, did you stay in touch with anybody from the show? I mean, would you call Simon Cowell now or anything like that on the phone and say, "Hey, Simon, William, what are you doing?"
I saw them at least 5 or 6 times throughout the years.
Okay, why were you doing the American Idol tour or something like that? The show.
Yeah. Like the American Idol still invite me back as a special guest appearance from time to time.
Yeah, and you're like, "That's right, I am a special guest. I'm not just your ordinary guest. I'm different. I'm William Hung. I'm the special guest." That is so awesome. So I'm glad, William, that you still enjoy it. And I'm so excited to have this opportunity to talk to you. And I want to thank you because I know you get a lot of requests. And when I saw online, I read a bit about your story and the gambling and your life. But what attracted me to you and your story was your attitude and the fact that you're able to have a laugh and share your story with others, and it seems not take life too seriously.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, because it's a choice, right? We want to live our life to the fullest each and every day.
That's so good. That's awesome. So finally, for the rest of the day, what are you doing today? I know you're in your car at the moment, but you have the virtual background on. Where are you at the moment in Los Angeles, and where are you going for the rest of the day? It's evening time here in Rome, and it's morning there in LA.
Well, I need to catch up with some errands. Maybe go take a jog right outside my house. It's actually a very nice area. Other than that, maybe just relax because I work Monday to Thursdays, like 10-hour days.
Okay.
I love my job, but it's also very intense. So
Oh, yeah.
it'll be good to relax and chill out a little bit.
Yeah, you got to chill and maybe do a bit of gambling. Nope, I'm joking. No, I was only joking.
No.
I'm joking. I'm joking. Well, you know what? You got to get on a plane and come over and visit Rome someday. Have you ever been to Italy or been to Rome?
Oh yeah, I would love to. I actually visited Malta a long time ago.
Malta. Malta's Valletta. What brought you to Malta?
I was invited to a special poker tournament.
Okay.
I remember Maria Ho was one of the hosts.
Actually, you're right. I have been to Malta a few times, and I remember meeting someone who worked for an online gambling company, and she was British. And I said, well, why are you here? And she said, Malta's laws are more lenient when it comes to gambling. So a lot of the online gambling companies have their headquarters in Malta.
Yeah, true.
There you go. Wow, true, 10 points. Well, I live next door to the Pope, and I normally work with the Pope, William. So maybe when you come here, you could perform in the Vatican and the Apostolic Palace for Pope Francis.
Oh, that would be pretty crazy.
If you had to pick one thing to do, would you do she bangs or would you mix it up a bit and do something different?
Think about it. Yeah, maybe do something different.
Maybe do something different for the Pope. We keep it a bit, maybe bit more in fitting with the Vatican.
Right.
You could do a version of Ave Maria or something like that.
Oh, that'd be fun.
Yeah, that'd be really fun. Well, William, hey, it's been a pleasure talking to you, and I want to thank you so much for sharing your message and your story with me and taking the time out. This was fun, and I know you get asked a lot, so I appreciate you saying yes.
You're welcome.
And if you could one final piece of advice for people, if there's one thing they should take from your story, what would it be, William?
Well, whatever the life that you want to create, you have the power to do it. You know, you take one step at a time. Even for myself, like I would often estimate how much I can accomplish, within a few months or a few years. It's like, oh my goodness, why can't I get the result I want? Versus like a more long-term view, like 5 to 10 years. That's typical for any career, any business, in order to get to where you want to be. So keep going, don't give up.
Don't be so hard on yourself. The road is long. Keep going. You'll get there in the end. That's awesome. William, God bless you and thank you so much.
You're welcome.